Hello, my name is Rachel Goodman and I am an occupational therapy student at Texas Women's University. Today I will be demonstrating range of motion and manual muscle testing of the fingers, the thumb, and the wrist. For the manual muscle testing, I'll be using a scale of 0 to 5, 5 being full range of motion against gravity with maximum resistance. Hello, I'm Rachel. I'm going to be your occupational therapist today. Hi. So today we're just going to take some measurements and also look at the strength of your muscles in your fingers, your wrists, and your thumbs. Ready to start?
Yeah.
So first we're going to be looking at your wrist, and I'm going to be taking some measurements. The first thing I want you to do is bend your wrist down as far as you can. Okay, for wrist flexion, he's at 70 degrees. Next, I want you to just do the opposite and bend it back as far as you can. Okay, for wrist extension, he's right at 60 degrees. The next two, I'm going to have your palm flat on the table, and I'm going to be having you bend in like this. Okay, and this is radial deviation. So for radial deviation, he is at 20 degrees. Now this time, bend towards your pinky. And for ulnar deviation, he is at 20 degrees. So next we're going to move on to the fingers. The first thing I want you to do is bend right here at this joint. You don't have to do your wrist, just your fingers. You can come a little closer to me. Okay, for the second finger, he is at 90. For the third, he is at 91. For the fourth, he's at 92. And for the fifth one, he is at 90 degrees. Okay, next I want you to make a claw. And I'm going to be measuring this joint right here. Okay, for the second finger, he is at 105. The third, he's at 105. Fourth, he's at 103. And for the fifth, he is at 99. Okay, so we're going to go back in the same position, and this time I'm going to be measuring this joint. For the second finger, he's at 80. The third, he's at 80. Fourth, he is at 80. And the fifth, he is at 89. Okay, for the next thing, if you can just have your palm facing up. And here I'm going to measure the fingertip distance to the distal palmar crease. So what I'm going to have you do is bring your fingers and try to touch the ruler.
Okay.
Good, and then slide them down. So for this client, he was able to touch his fingertips all the way down to the crease. And a client that wouldn't be able to do it, I would then measure the distance from the fingertip to the palm. You can relax. Okay, now we're going to move on to the thumb. The first thing that I would like you to do is with your hand like this, I want you to bring your thumb out this way as far as you can.
Okay.
And for palmar abduction, he's at 40 degrees. Okay, for the next one, if your palm is flat, and bring your thumb out this way. And for radial abduction, he is at 41 degrees. Okay, for the next one, what I want you to do is bend at this joint as far as you can. And for the MP flexion of the thumb, he's at 50 degrees. Okay, and the next one, I just want you to bend this tip right here. And for IP flexion, he is at 80 degrees. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to bring your thumb towards each fingertip. Good job. So this client was able to touch his thumb to each of his fingertips. If he wouldn't be able to do this, I would then take the ruler side of my goniometer and I would measure the distance between the two tips of the fingers. So that's all for our range of motion section, and next we're going to go on and do some manual muscle testing. Okay, next we're going to do the manual muscle testing. We're going to start out with your wrist. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to bend up like this. And here we're going to be testing the flexor carpi ulnaris and flexor carpi radialis. So hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, relax. Okay, next we're going to be doing the extensors of the wrist. So I can just have you bring it up like this. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Okay, next we're going to be doing the extensor carpi radialis brevis, and in order to do this we have to isolate it. So I want you to bend back like this. Okay, extend your wrist. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good, relax. Okay, next we're going to move on to the finger flexors. So I can have your palm facing up. And first we're going to do the flexor digitorum superficialis. So bend right here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Bend right here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Bend right there. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. And bend here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, next we're going to be doing the flexor digitorum profundus. So this is in the same position. You can just turn your palm over. Bend here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Bend here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Bend here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Bend here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, next we're going to be testing the lumbricals. And for this one, I'm going to bend all your fingers up right here. Oh. Leave it flat, just like that. Yes. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, now we're going to move on to the extensors of the fingers. And first we're going to be doing the extensor digitorum. So for this one, if you can just make a claw up here. Okay. Hold it here, don't let me move you. 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 Good, relax. Okay, for the next one, if you can just make a longhorn. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, next I'm going to be testing the dorsal and palmar interossei. And first I want you to start out like this and have your fingers together, and I'm going to try to pull them apart. And don't let me, okay? So hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, this is just the opposite, and I want you to spread your fingers apart, and I'm going to try to push them together. So hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, now we're going to go and move on to the little finger. I'm going to now do the abductor digiti minimi. And for this one, I want you to bring your pinky out as far as you can. Good. Hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. Relax. And for the opponent's digiti minimi, you can also test that along with the opponent's pollicis of the thumb. And you do this by having the client, if you can just touch your pinky to your thumb. Good. Hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the thumb. First, we're going to do the flexors. So if I can just have you bend right here, hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. And now bend right here. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, now for the extensors, if you can just start out like this. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Hold it here, don't let me move you. Good. Okay, for the adductor pollicis, if you can just start like this, and I'm going to try to move your thumb up, okay? So hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. Now we're going to do the abductors of the thumb. So for the first one, if I can have your palm down, and bring your thumb out. Good. Hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. And next, if I can have your palm up, and bring your thumb up like this. I'm going to try to push it down, okay?
Okay.
Hold it here. Don't let me move you. Good. Okay, well that completes our measurements. You scored a grade of 5 on all of the muscles, which means you do not need occupational therapy services. Also, your range of motion measurements were all within functional limits, so I don't see a need for you to continue your services. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.